We've talked about neuroplasticity in the past, and it's no secret that I am fascinated with the brain and the nervous system. But new information continues to be released, and we're going to look at some new findings published in Neuroscience News. Our brain is like a super-powered computer with billions of tiny connections called synapses. These synapses are where brain cells or neurons talk to each other, helping you learn, remember, and think. The article referenced explains a big discovery. Scientists found that synapses don't all work the same way when you learn something new. This is pretty big news. Researchers studied a part of the brain called the hippocampus, which is key for memory, and discovered that synapses on different parts of a neuron follow different rules for getting stronger or weaker. Think of a nerve cell like a tree. The top branches are known as apical dendrites, while the bottom branches are called basal dendrites. The process of synaptic plasticity is how our brain adapts and learns. Kind of like your own inherent AI inside your body that learns from your behavior and thoughts, which nerve pathways to develop. Here's the cool part. The synapses at the top of a neuron get stronger when nearby synapses are active at the same time, like friends cheering each other on at a pep rally. But the synapses at the bottom need the whole neuron to fire, to send a signal at exactly the right moment, like nailing the timing in a dance routine. This means your brain is way more flexible than we thought, using different mechanisms in different areas to learn and solve problems. It's like finding out your phone can run multiple apps in totally different ways to do the same job better. Why does this matter? Let's imagine it's 2045 and this discovery about synaptic plasticity has changed the world. Here's a narrative about how understanding the brain's flexibility could transform our lives in amazing ways. Picture yourself walking into a classroom, but it's not like today's classes. Thanks to this brain research, scientists have figured out how to hack synaptic plasticity to make learning faster and easier. You are wearing a sleek headset that gently plays frequencies that stimulate your brain's apical synapses to help you connect ideas when studying history. These frequencies also boost your basal synapses to master math problems by practicing perfect timing. These tools could be tailored to how your brain works best, making school feel less like a grind and more like leveling up in a game. You could learn a new language in weeks or understand complex science concepts without feeling overwhelmed. This future means no one gets left behind. Everyone's brain could be trained to shine, whether you're great at art, sports, or coding. Now imagine your grandma starts forgetting things, like where she parked her car or your birthday. In the past, diseases like Alzheimer's were tough to treat because we didn't fully understand how the brain's connections worked. But this discovery about different synaptic rules is a game changer. Doctors in 2045 could use new treatments that target specific synapses, strengthening the apical ones to rebuild memories or fine-tuning the basal ones to improve focus. This could help people with Alzheimer's, depression, or even brain injuries from sports accidents recover faster. Regulating these various synapses independently is like giving your brain a repair kit, fixing the connections that make you you. This future means more people could live longer, healthier lives with much sharper minds, and we can expect to see new treatments coming out for these conditions in the future. However, science would be remiss if it didn't equally research alternative, natural options to brain retraining. Fast forward to your future job. Maybe you're designing eco-friendly cities or creating virtual reality games. The computers you work with aren't like today's. They're powered by AI that mimics the brain's synaptic plasticity. This article's findings inspire engineers to build AI that learns using multiple rules just like your neurons. For example, an AI architect could use apical-like learning to spot patterns in city designs, like how to save energy, and basal-like learning to make quick decisions during a crisis, like rerouting traffic during a storm. These AIs wouldn't just be smart, they'd be creative and adaptable, working alongside you like a super-intelligent partner. This could lead to breakthroughs in medicine, clean energy, or even art, making the world a better place. Here's where it gets wild. What if we could connect our brains directly to technology? The article talks about the credit assignment problem, how your brain figures out which synapses to tweak when you learn something new. Solving this could lead to brain-computer interfaces, like a chip in your head that lets you control devices with your thoughts. Imagine thinking about a song and your earbuds start playing it instantly. Or picture a surgeon using a brain implant to steady their hands during a tricky operation, guided by the brain's own learning rules. This is some pretty scary stuff, guys, and I pray that we don't venture into such devices without guidance from a higher consciousness. I'm very concerned about this. Neuralink is already working on these computer-brain interfaces, and the lives of quite a few paraplegics have been changed so far. There clearly is value to such technology for some, but it's nothing to do lightly. I mean, after all, this is an implant. Is technology the mark of the beast? This has been the age-old question that creates fear for most, so implants will be a hard sell unless someone is in a dire situation. If patients can benefit by the technology and the risks and benefits have been transparent, then I have no desire to stop such technology for those that can benefit. For me, I still will use natural means to enhance my brain, but I am thankful that such technology could help those who have lost the quality of their life. Would this technology make us part human, part machine, blending our natural smarts with tech to do things we can't even imagine yet? And is that what we want as a civilization? I don't know. When I think about the state of our world and where science is pushing us, I wonder if we do need to slow down. Beyond tech and medicine, this discovery could help us answer big questions about what makes us human. Why do some people love taking risks while others play it safe? How do we form habits or fall in love? By studying how different synaptic rules shape our thoughts, scientists could unlock the secrets of personality, creativity, and emotions. In the future, you might take a brain scan to discover your unique learning style, helping you choose a career or hobbies that fit you perfectly. This could make society more understanding, as we realize everyone's brain works a little differently, and that's a strength. A high school junior is the perfect age to dream big about where this science could take us and create pathways for success. The brain is the most complex thing we know, and discoveries like this one are like finding a new map to explore it. In our lifetime, we could see schools that make learning effortless, treatments that keep minds sharp, and AIs that feel almost human. The possibility of brain-based apps, curing mental illness, or designing the next big tech that changes lives is closer than ever. But again, I ask, are we ready? In 2045, the world could be a place where your brain's potential is limitless. This article's discovery about synaptic plasticity is a key to unlocking that future. It's not just about invisible neurons, it's about giving people the power to learn better, heal faster, and create a world that's smarter and kinder. But do we need it? Your brain with its billions of adaptable synapses is already a superpower. It's simply a matter accessing it. We know that higher civilizations can integrate and enhance their lives with technology, but could we? If tomorrow we had medbeds and replicators and the understanding of energy to the point that we can generate free energy, would you want to have it? Or would you have concerns of how that technology is being used by the elite? The same ones that already had everything and needed more, to the point that they would harm others. Would you trust them with the power of the universe? This is why we wait. To cleanse the planet, and unfortunately, I fear that may not be as easy or quick as we'd like. The good news is that the foundation was laid during President Trump's first administration through the enactment of various orders and laws, so it is being done as quickly as possible according to a strategic plan. There is research on the brain which is telling us amazing things. What are we going to do with this knowledge? I think the bulk of people have very little understanding of what we are dealing with when we talk about having medbeds. This is the power of the universe, guys. This is the power of you that can be accessed and manipulated. It's not to be taken lightly, and it's not something that we want getting into the wrong hands. Then there is the question. Do you feel comfortable integrating your body with a computer? I think for me and many, the line is the implant. Many won't do it for religious reasons. For me, it would take significant impairment for me to give control of my nervous system over to someone else. These are the decisions that we will be making in the future. Until next time, here's a quote by Stephen Hawking. Our future is a race between the growing power of technology and the wisdom with which we use it. Let's make sure wisdom wins.